Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Love Grows Tarot. I'm here to do a tarot card reading for the sun sign of Scorpio in the month of October. If you like these readings, please subscribe. If you want notifications of upcoming readings, please ring the bell. Comments are very welcome. Any descriptions will be left in the description box below. Follow me on Instagram. I do a daily reading there. #LoveGrowsTarot. I do take donations. You can go to paypal.me/LoveGrowsTarot and leave them there. They are very appreciated and they go right back into my craft. So thank you, thank you, thank you. These readings are general. They're not going to resonate with absolutely everybody, and the energy and themes in these readings also take place in the future. So please feel free to come back and review at any time. I'm guided by my tarot deck and spirits, so basically I just keep shuffling until the appropriate cards present themselves. I begin my readings with 3 opening cards, one representing the past, one representing the present, and one representing the future. Just to start off, to see what kind of energies are lingering in the past, present, and future for you. I follow through with the rest of the reading and end with a subconscious card, what your subconscious is trying to tell you at this present time. So let's get started and get on with this sun sign Scorpio tarot reading for the month of October, starting with a card that represents the past. So we have got the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords is when things aren't serving your best interests and you have an opportunity to move on. There could be assistance, somebody there to help you. But it is an opportunity to go from the more turbulent waters into something more peaceful. So this is coming through from your past, whether there was a situation that you had to leave, things that weren't serving your best interest, and just that voyage in general, and how that presents itself to you today. Or maybe perhaps you missed an opportunity, or you're too you let fear get in the way of an opportunity to leave something that wasn't serving your best interests. Or maybe you were trying to hang on to something and try and fix it, but it wasn't really worth fixing. So this is coming through from the past for you at this present time, Scorpio. So this is a card that you're going to need to meditate on, review, think about how it's presenting itself for you at this present moment. The next card is going to be a card that represents the present. So we have more swords. So these are like, swords are the air signs. The swords are also more about ideas and thoughts and communication and things that go on in your mind. The 7 of Swords is the card of secrets. It follows the 6 of Swords here. So at the present moment, you might be living in a world full of secrets. Things might be going on behind the scenes that, once again, really don't have your best interests in mind. The people that you're surrounding yourself might not be totally upfront with you. You yourself may have taken on behaviors or characteristics that are not serving your best interests either. So be careful of what's going on at the present moment. Guard your stuff. Watch out for the people that you are bringing in close. And watch out for secrets, especially, not only from the secrets that others may be keeping from you, but the secrets that you may be keeping from yourself. It's also a card of fight or flight. So sometimes it's about prematurely leaving situations because they just get too conflicting. So because it is the 6 and the 7 of Swords that are following each other, perhaps in the past, if you had not taken the opportunity to leave a situation, maybe it's turning into, or maybe even that situation is turning into something that's creating a type of behavior and habit in you that doesn't stand within a long-lasting relationship that well. It's easier just to get out before you get hurt or lots of things like that. So this is going on in the present. So these 2 cards are making an interesting point for you right at this moment. Next card is for the future. So your future card is the Three of Cups. So this is turning into a more positive energy. Three of Cups is when you're celebrating with friends and family, people that are close to you, people that understand you, people that get you, people that do serve your best interests. It's also a harvest, a time of harvest, and that's a cause for celebration. So the Seven of Swords seems to be, his focus is on this as well, and he seems to be taking you away from this kind of energy that's there in the future, but you really have to sort of pay attention to what this card is doing for you right now, because it could be blocking the energy of the future for you. In a sense that it might, those behaviors or habits or things that you do might be separating you from, the people that are really close to you and do have your best interests. So you got to really sort that out at this moment. Figure it out, sort it out, so that you can open up the energy, so that this card can bring you a lot of good times and celebrations and people that are really close to you and really get you to be surrounding you, as opposed to maybe people that aren't. So let's get on with the rest of it. So we have the Two of Swords. Lots of swords coming through right now. The Two of Swords is when you're at a crossroad. It's also about making big decisions. And it's also about making those big decisions now. Don't hold off on those big decisions, because then they're just going to turn into more blocks and missed opportunities. So you have to make a decision between something, and this should be done. And in the month of October is going to be an ideal time for you to make these decisions, to allow these changes. And this is good too, because if it is based around the Seven of Swords and what kind of energies that is creating in your life, then a decision is good to have. And if it is also the past coming back at you, so that you do have an opportunity maybe to get out of a situation that's not serving your best interests, then the decision has to be made. The next card we have is from the Major Arcana, and it's from the Hermit. The Hermit is about independence. The Hermit is about inner awareness, self-awareness, knowledge, wisdom, experience, meditation, being alone, so that you can discover who your true authentic self is. And it's also about knowledge and education. So if you are in a situation where you are trying to change things that you don't really, or that you're aware of that are not really healthy for you, or not really good for you, because they sort of are turning into negative energy that keeps you in this kind of this path of more negative energy. The Hermit's a great card, because it's like, not only can you become more self-aware, but you can also take the time to heal and go out and seek teachers and mentors and people, or that inspire you to change to a more positive energy, or change to the person that you really want to see yourself as being, or feel yourself as being, and yet you haven't really reached that point. So that, and it's a life lesson. So the Hermit is very important for you in the month of October, to really sit with yourself and really identify who you are. If it's through meditation, if it's just spending time by yourself, if it's writing, journaling, anything like that, this is what's going to be create more significant positive changes for you in October. So what else do we have for October? So we have the Page of Wands. The pages are messages, but the pages are also about education, knowledge, starting out, growing. And this is a wand, so this is a card of expansion, a card of growth, a card of confidence, a card of getting yourself out there, following your dream, following your passions. The pages are youthful, so it's a younger energy. The wands are fire, so that would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So a page may come into your life. Court cards either are coming into your life or exiting your life. In this case, it looks like there is a passing through. And court cards represent the people in your life, the people around you, the people coming into your lives, the people that inspire you, their energy, the way they do things. So this is coming through in the month of October for you. So keep an eye on a person that might be coming in to assist you. So really keep an eye on this person coming in for you in the month of October, because there's things that you can learn as well. Or if you decide that after you've spent time with yourself and you're really truly getting to know yourself and you want to embark on something new, or you want to start fresh, this is the Page of Wands energy. Get the confidence, get the courage, get your ideas out there, gain some experience, get some knowledge, and then you're well on your way. All right, what else does Scorpio need to know about in the month of October? The month of October for Scorpio. The month of October for Scorpio. The month of October for Scorpio. So we have the King of Swords. So as pages are the youthful energy of the court cards, the kings are the more experienced, masterful energy of the court cards. These are the swords again, and we have a little bit of action in the swords area. So this is all being honest, being truthful, being expressive, being communicative. The King of the Swords are the air signs, so that is going to be Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So it could be people of these sun signs, but it doesn't necessarily always have to be. But at times there are synchronicities involved with the person coming in being of those sun signs. So this king is very truthful. This king is not so emotional. This king is pretty direct, outspoken, and straightforward. So his idea of caring and loving is more about expressing how he sees a situation, or how he sees you, or how he thinks that you should behave in a better way that's going to be more responsible and allow more growth for yourself. And it's also, it can be somebody that's in the legal system, somebody works in the legal system. So this king is coming through in the month of October. And this king will be here to assist you in whichever way this king can possibly. As I said, sometimes they're a little bit outspoken and straightforward, and Scorpio, you're a watery sign, so you're more introverted, whereas these air signs are more extroverted. So sometimes spoken words can really sort of sit deep within you, and they can be hurtful. So you're going to have to watch out for this king. Listen to what the king has to say, though. Listen to the advice that is given, and really sort of allow that advice to be absorbed, and just take what you think without being defensive and without letting fear-based ego get in the way. Take what you can out of it and apply it to whatever's going on for the month of October. What else does Scorpio need to know about in the month of October? Scorpio. The month of October for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know about in the month of October? Scorpio. Scorpio. Dear Spirit, what does Scorpio need to know? What more does Scorpio need to know about in the month of October? We're having a little bit of a pause here. Take a moment, absorb with the cards that we have laid down presently, your thoughts on them. So the next card is another king, and this time it's the King of Cups. So the Cups is your world. It's the watery world. It's the water sign. So it's going to be Pisces. It's going to be Pisces and Cancer and you, Scorpio. Another king, another mature person. They could be, once again, people in your lives, people coming in your lives, people that inspire you. It could be father figures because they are the kings, or a male type figure that may have contributed to your life in some ways. So this King of Cups is quite opposite of the King of Swords. So this person is more nurturing and more caring and more loving. So given advice, it would be more like heartfelt, and it would be more mindful, and it would be like more generous, and more, he also is in the healing arts. So it could be somebody in the healing arts. It could have, this person would be artistic or have an artistic mind, or have, be into the arts or into music or into that, that world. So you've got two kings for you coming in October. They're going to be very different. They're going to come in and say what they will and be what they are. And you're just going to have to figure out what you're going to do with all this information and process it, and take advantage of both sides of the coin, because there's two sides. There's going to be the very like intellectual side, and then there's going to be the very emotional, intuitive side. Right. So the next card we've got is the Eight of Cups. So it's kind of similar in a little bit of ways to the Six of Swords, although it's the Eight of Cups. This is when the material world changes for you and you become a more spiritual. And the things in the material world that once sort of filled the gaps between the spaces of, unhappiness or whatever, are now being filled with spiritual energy, and you feel like you need to go on a spiritual quest. You really need to find yourself, and you've got the Hermit here. So this is a beautiful card to set up with the Hermit, because the Hermit is teaching you about inner awareness, learning about yourself, and discovering more about what truly matters to you. And then the Eight is when you are able to accept that and able to leave behind those things that don't really fill you up anymore. And you're going to go out onto this spiritual quest. And there'll be mountains to climb, and there'll be paths that you don't really know where you're going on, but you're willing to take that. So that's coming, that energy is coming for you in the month of October. And then we have another six, and this time it's the Six of Cups. So we're kind of divided between cups and swords here, and we have the two kings, the cups and the swords. So this is very interesting. We do have a wand though. That's good, because that means, that energetic, confident energy to do something and grow and expand and get out there, gain some knowledge, gain some experience. So this card is usually about childhood memories, things in the past, the dreams you had in the past, the people that you knew in the past coming forward in the present moment. Somebody might be coming through to you. It's also about gifts and giving and receiving, and maybe the gifts that you received as a child, and how they're playing out, and just being back in those childhood memories where there was a lot of like just playfulness and innocence. And as time goes by, we have these adult experiences and these hard knocks, or these experiences that change us and take us away from that innocence and that sort of dreamy, childlike world. So that's coming through. That energy is coming through for you in October. Watch out for people coming in from the past. Also, if you need to go back to the spiritual quest begins, and then all of a sudden, there's all these like hopes and dreams of the possibilities that you thought of as a child, and then now you can expand on them, and now you can allow them to like come back into your world, and they are the cups, they are the watery, intuitive, emotional, nurturing kind of energy, which is you're a water sign, so you really connect to that kind of energy. Okay, let's see, we got two cards left in this part of the reading, so let's see what they're letting us know as well. So we have a major arcana, and this one's coming from the Tower. So the Tower is big, bold, dramatic changes, but these changes are necessary. And when you go through these big, bold changes, at first you don't really see in hindsight how necessary they were, and how actually they were sending you on a different path into a better future. So October's gonna be, something big's gonna happen in October to allow you to change. And you've got this stuff going on here. So if you had missed an opportunity and you're still thriving in a life that isn't really serving your best interests, and it's blocking you from, you know, the joy of the cups, because you got a lot of cups coming around here. And you have to make a decision, and sometimes the Tower is the one that, you know, if you don't make that decision, the Tower is going to do it for you. And the Tower is going to be a life lesson. Again, it's going to be significant changes, but these are going to be changes for the better. So instead of resisting whatever changes the Tower is bringing into your life, then just go with it, and just in your mind, just be aware that it is going to be for the good. You know, it's going to be something, and the changes are going to be good because it's going to break you free from something. It could be a relationship, because we've got the two people falling out of the Tower, or it just could be a lifestyle that's just not serving you well. Okay, so we're getting down to the end of the reading. And now we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight is a very quick energy. The Knights are of service. They're out to help people. They're out to serve themselves and serve others. And they're out building their world. And, you know, they're out on a mission. And this Knight is very quick. Out of all the Knights, the Knight of Swords is the quick. He sometimes can be very hasty. He's very defending. If he feels that somebody's, you know, not being taken care of in a proper way, or, you know, then he'll come in and straighten things out, right? He that's the type of Knight he is. He's coming right into this Tower moment. So the Knight can, you know, the court cards, people, places, people in your life, people coming into your life, people around you to inspire you, maybe parts of yourself that you need to draw out. The air signs again, so Aquarius and Gemini and Libra, so look for the sun signs, and the synchronicities there. So yeah, so this is going to happen fast. It's going to happen in a big sweeping moment. This Knight could be there to you know, get this thing, get the Tower energy going right away, and, you know, might be there to defend you in some kind of way. So watch out for this Knight. The last card in this reading is coming from the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is coming from your subconscious, and this is the Two of Wands. So your subconscious is telling you that it's time to grow and expand and move on to in a new direction, into a different world. And your subconscious is, you know, this is something that you have probably been living with for a long time, especially if you are in a situation that isn't serving your best interest. And you've always felt like you needed to get away, but you couldn't really find just the ways to get out, right? The resources, or, you know, people that, you know, you could connect to and rely on. And now your subconscious which is your inner guide as well, and is part of your intuition, is telling you to move on. It's a two, and we have the Two of Swords here, about making big decisions. So I think it's really time for you to make some changes, and especially in the month of October. There's going to be people around you that are going to be part of these changes. You've got two life lessons. You've got the Hermit and you've got the Tower. You've got an energy of really starting to get to know your inner self and being your true self, and exposing that your true self, and just dealing with everything from your shadow side to, you know, your inner self, and take the time, and you know, you may have to be alone with this, or meditate, or, you know, find teachers or mentors, like find people that are healers, find people with shared experiences, you know, so you can really delve deep into your psyche and figure out, you know, what's going on and how you can make these changes that you probably, because your subconscious is telling you, probably have been wanting to do for a long, long, long time. And it looks like the Tower is going to bring in a change, which is nice, a nice shift for you, but don't hold on to any decisions. It's going to be a real spiritual kind of energy in you for the month of October, and you're going to be wanting to you know, the spiritual side of you is now going to, like, become more energetic and you're going to feel more of it, and, you know, it's going to be easier to move away from those things that probably at one time really held you and kept you bound, and also, you know, held you back from being your highest and best self. So that's your reading for the month of October, Scorpio. I hope you enjoy these readings. If you like my readings, please subscribe. If you want notifications of upcoming readings, please ring the bell. Comments are very welcome. I will leave descriptions in the description box below. Follow me on Instagram. I do a daily reading there. #LoveGrowsTarot. I take donations. Go to paypal.me/LoveGrowsTarot and you can leave them there. They are greatly appreciated and they go right back into my craft, which, you know, is something that I love and I have a passion for. So I want to thank you. And that's it. Yeah, go, you know, create the change that's going to allow you to live your best life. And if it starts in October, then so be it. But just, you know, take the action, because that's one thing about that I'll tell you about the tarot card readings is that you have to act with them. They're here to guide you. They're here to let you know, things that, can happen for you and things that, you may be blocking. So they're giving you a really nice point of view of things. But if you just look at them and expect them to make all these changes, that's not going to happen. You have to participate. You have to work with them. You have to take the action and the guidance that they're giving you. So just a little reminder of that. That's it. Have a great October. Happy Halloween. Stay safe. See you next time.